Hello, everybody, and welcome to your podcast and to this blog about artificial intelligence. And today, as I promised you last time, we will be discussing four different applications, four different sites that you as teachers can actually use in order to know what the artificial intelligence is offering. So, we are going to study, evaluate. I have already created some samples. The idea is to check the pros and cons from each of these sites. So let's get started with Gamma. A spoiler alert, I have to tell you this was my favorite. Yeah, Gamma is a site in which you can actually create different presentations. You can also go and generate text that is based on artificial intelligence. As we have already seen in other blogs, we define artificial intelligence to the help that we get from machines, from the computer, right? So we have to be aware as teachers that our students are a step ahead. So the idea to know these tools is to actually understand them, to use them, and to also be aware that our students will be using this. So this is the first option. This is Gamma. As you can see, I created a presentation about photography, right? So basically, when we think about photography, we think in different ways of expressing. Now, something interesting is that in Gamma, the only thing that I did, it was writing the title, photography. Then the page divided the different ways, the different technology, the different cameras, the different types, etc. As you can see here, the only thing that you do is you type the title, right? It's very friendly, so it's not very difficult to understand or to get. And we have examples. I didn't do any of this art. I mean, the layout, the composition, the font, the background, the examples, the pictures were selected by this page. The only thing that I did, as I mentioned before, it was type in photography. That's it. I'm going to show you how to do it in the second part of the video. Right now, let's get started with the examples, and then we will go and check how to do it. That is very simple. I love this one, and this is my first option because, as you can see, it's very explicit. I mean, it's very attractive in the layout. It has a lot of excellent information. I'm a photographer myself, so I know what the presentation is talking about. So for me, this was the most complete. The number two, it's going to be Wepic. Yeah, that is the second option. As you can see here, it says Wepic. Again, I only typed photography in order to get a sample, right? This is another presentation. As you can see, I have to say I didn't like that much the layout. Yeah, it was not very attractive. It was very simple, and it didn't give me too many options to choose from, right? Although the information is really complete, the layout is not the most attractive, and it didn't cover too many topics as the other one did. Yeah, so right now I still go with Gamma. Option number three, it was this one, guys, and it was SenseSteps, right? As you can see here, something that I didn't like that much about SenseSteps is that you have to pay. You have to pay for everything, which I didn't mention, but in Gamma you didn't have to pay for anything, right? So I think that it has here some other options, right? You have this animation in the background that is kind of attractive, but the text is not very nice. I didn't like the text here, just touching the edge. It's like they give you the rough presentation and then you still have to work on something, right? So this is okay. An interesting fact that I didn't know about artificial intelligence is that they use like the same pictures. Like they have this amazing, enormous collection of pictures where they would actually take them from, right? And the option number three, that was my least favorite. It was this presentation, right? Created. I didn't really like it. It was very plain. I'm going to tell you the page in a second. I forgot it, I have to be honest. But we are going to analyze it one by one. Okay, so in this second part of the video, we are going to create one. I'm going to show you how to, or what steps you have to follow in order to create one, right? The first thing is that my favorite option was Gamma. The URL or the website is gamma.app. The only thing that you have to do is to register. You can actually register using your email or a Facebook account. In this case, I used my personal email. You have to create from blank, that is from scratch. I don't really recommend this because if you are using artificial intelligence, the idea is to save time, and I would recommend create a new AI. Generate what? Text transform, or you're going to generate from scratch something, right? What do you want? A presentation, a document, or a web page, right? I selected a presentation because that was my intention. You can change here the language, right? Yeah, type a topic in any language, right? Maybe you want to talk about the reflexive pronouns. Yes, and there you are going to click here where it says send. It will give you some topics, right? Definition of reflexive pronouns, example of reflexive pronouns, formation, etc. And something important, check this previous box because it will tell you if you actually agree with the topics the program is suggesting. You might also change some topics, and believe me, you will get amazing results. Then you have to click continue. You select the layout that you want. I'm going to select from all this bunch of layouts. Yes, I'm going to select this one that is kind of elegant, right? And then this is a theme preview, right? It gives you like the idea, and then you click continue. You wait, and there you can see how the magic happens, right? So you can see that the program is actually generating something important, right? Try not to use too much this tool because I have to be honest, many of the presentations look the same. My piece of advice, you can actually generate your presentation here, right? Export it to PowerPoint, and then try to change something in PowerPoint in case you are using it to present a topic in English or something like that, right? As you can see here, the information is really accurate. You have beautiful examples, but I don't know if you remember from the previous video, the layout is very similar. Second option that we talked about was Webpick. Yes, very simple, very similar. You are going to register and clicking new project. Yes, you have many options. You can create posts for Instagram, right? Videos, entries, presentations, etc. Right? It's very similar in the way that you use it. The option number 3 is it was send steps, the same. I have to say something about this one, right? This one is the one that offered the least options. I go with the number 1 Gamma that offered a bit more. And the last option that I didn't mention the web page in the previous video, it was simplified.com. That's the website. I'm going to write here the websites so you can actually see and look for them, right, in case you need them. Here, something interesting is that it only allows you to work on 3 pieces, right? So you cannot work more than 3. So that's another advantage that Gamma has, that you can work more than 3. Here in simplified, the maximum is 3. So interesting, if you make a mistake, that counts as 1. So that happened to me. That's why I'm telling you. And basically, it is something to consider. Artificial intelligence is here, and I think that will stay. So think about getting deeper into the topic of artificial intelligence to use it, and also to be aware of what students are using, right? Many of them use it as a tool to enhance and to improve their work, but as in other situations may happen, they can actually take it as an everyday tool that takes the responsibility out of them, right? So consider getting into artificial intelligence, right? Try to browse or try to play a little with these options. If you have any questions, you might send me an email, or you can post your question in the comments below. Yes, you know how this community is. We are very friendly, so we will be so happy to answer your questions. See you next time in another vlog, guys. Yes, have a good day. Take care.